everybody's making a 8,000 watch hour. Let me rephrase that. 8,000 qualified watch hour video piece nowadays, since the bomb dropped a couple days ago. And I'm just sitting out here in front of the hospital because I had to drop my daughter off for her appointment. She had an appointment today, so I'm just sitting here. Rather than letting the time just drizzle away without getting anything done, I just turned on the camera, sitting here while she's in there getting her thumb taken care of. I believe that they're trying to take out the pins in her thumb today. So it's been about 3 weeks after the dog bite, and the pins are coming out possibly today. It depends on how it looks, I guess. And so, like I said, yeah, I'm just sitting here. I don't know how long it's going to take. Well, of course, you know, it doesn't matter now, because even with the 8,000 hour watch time thing going on in February, getting started in February of next year, you just got, I guess, chip away at it while you can. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep going live just about every day if I can, and make a video out of it. I was trying to use that OBS software yesterday. I was kind of a bit confused about it, but what I want to try and start doing to just build up some watch time is to do things on the laptop while I can, and also stream it at the same time. So my time spent on the website and doing SEO stuff on the website, I can also use as taking a chipping away at that 8,000 watch hours thing. Since I've got approximately 5 to 6 months to do it in, I think I can get it done. The main thing is trying to get some viewership here. Let me see.
Did exercise and getting in and out of the car.
Sorry, I don't mean to
It's
get
okay.
rough on you. That's the part you don't like. You just worked it. You were at therapy. It's gonna hurt.
See, and I've been on YouTube for a while, since about 2008, when I had my first account on YouTube, but I didn't really do anything with it because at the time, you know, I was going through a lot of rough financial stuff, and then at the time I didn't even try to make time to try and use it as a vehicle to grab some revenue. But you know, that was a long time ago, 18 years ago. So, but nowadays I'm just doing it now to document my day-to-day comings and goings, and possibly become monetized, or maybe get a couple brand deals or whatever. Because like when I make these lives, nobody comes through. I mean, I've been making them since I started the channel back up from like 4 years ago. I held on to this channel, and recently, starting last year, I really started getting back into it. But there's only really one occasion where I had a few viewers on at the same time simultaneously, And from what I understand, the more viewership you have, the more, I wouldn't say watch hours, but the more eyeballs on your content, the more better for building up your watch hours. I only had really one video. I mean, maybe one or two when I first started back doing live. When I had the tripod, I would get some viewership, but that would be like late at night. It would be like YouTube wasn't pushing out my live to anyone within my area, or even in the States. It would be pushed out to people. I would have to do like lives at night, and it would get viewership. And I noticed that even when I'm just scrolling myself through other people's lives at night, where there's a lot more activity from overseas on the other side of the world than what you would see here in the States. I mean, is it different? Is it different to where the videos are pushed overseas to a viewership that maybe has little to no value? Like if an advertiser was to watch your video, I mean, if they clicked on an ad or watched an ad, it wouldn't hold that much value for them because they wouldn't have access to the product in the first place. And I find that odd. I don't know if anybody else thinks that way, but like like right now, it's midday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Florida, and I've got zero viewership now. So you're telling me that there's nobody here in Florida, nobody throughout the United States actually seeing my video stream right now? Throughout the whole entire United States, there's nobody seeing me. Isn't that odd? But later on tonight, I'm going to go back on live. I would say maybe between 10 and 11 o'clock. I'll maybe do something outside and see what happens then. Because, like I said, I noticed before on one of my initial lives, I got a lot more viewership nighttime, my time, daytime overseas. And there seemed to be a lot more European viewers at night. I don't know why that would be, because, well, maybe depending on how late it is here at night, it will be daytime overseas. So they're watching videos. But if you're showing a video, or if they're watching a video that's based here in the United States, and they see an ad for a product that's US based, what's the point? Can anybody answer that question? If you can answer that question, please drop a comment, leave a comment, and let me know what you're thinking about that. Or if that comes across your mind as a creator also, as a live creator. Like if I was to go on TikTok is live throughout the day. You can see a whole bunch of shit throughout the day on TikTok in the United States. But even over there, I get really no interaction on my videos and that could be because of the fact that I don't put any value in TikTok now anyway, as it is. Because of the fact that they don't push my videos get no distribution. Every time I put a video out, or I put even a text post, or just the most mundane thing, boom, as soon as I put it out, ineligible for recommendation. So what that means is what you put out, they won't put it in the FYP. Now the FYP is what? For You pages. And the For You page will be, I guess, exposed to your followers possibly, and some more depending on how it picks up in the algorithm or how it's dispersed. But that's all I get over there is ineligible for recommendation. So I barely put anything really to me of value into that network, because of another issue with that program over there, or that app, is the fact that um, they're basically ripping people off for their time. I mean, there's well documented videos here on YouTube about the people who are getting ripped off in TikTok, who are making thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars before and after the sale of TikTok to the American conglomerate. But they're just ripping the people off with no kind of I wouldn't say pity, but not pity, but you know what I mean. They can give a shit less, to tell you the truth, I guess. Because you're on their platform, just like here on YouTube, you're on their platform. And just like I have zero bodies have passed through my live, and it's been almost 12 minutes. But like I said, while I'm sitting here, I'm just gonna let it run until I see my daughter come out. I'll turn it off and head back to the house, or head back to the store, head to the store or something, wherever she wants to go. Maybe she wants to eat or something, depends on what happened in the doctor's office. Hey, have any of you ever had pins taken out of your arms or your legs or extremities? Pins like to straighten things up? No, we don't want to answer that call either. And getting back to why I'm here at the doctor's office or sitting in the parking lot, my daughter was attacked. Basically, no, it wasn't my daughter was walking Macho, and we had left out the house because I was going to the store, and she had left out the house with Macho, not my dog, but the dog we're taking care of. So she had walked to the other side of the cul-de-sac, and was walking and letting him go to the bathroom. And out of the corner of my eye, I was sitting in my car, and I had let the car start to warm up. And I just happened to look up, and now a black pit bull just starts coming straight across from the other side of the street towards them. And I'm screaming over to her, pick up Macho, Leah, pick up Macho. And what happened is, in her attempt to try and pick up Macho from being attacked, the dog bit her hand, and when she let Macho go, he then clamped down on Macho and was biting. He had him in his jaws, but he couldn't really get a good bite on him, it looks like. So I jumped out of my car. Mind you, the car is still running, but it's not in drive, it's in park. And I threw my seatbelt off, and I went over and grabbed the pit bull by the neck, and I'm dragging him to try and let go of the other dog, the smaller dog. And I got him over to my front yard, and I started slamming his head to try and get him to release Macho out of his jaws. And what happened is, I slammed him one more time, and he let him go, and I held the dog down, and Macho ran off towards the front door of the house. And I'm screaming at Leah, come over here and let Macho in the house before I let him go. Because the dog was not on the leash, it was just running wild throughout the whole neighborhood, I guess, that day. And I'm holding him down. She finally got herself together because she was in shock. Half her thumb's hanging off by the skin. So she opened the door, let Macho in the door, sat down in the chair outside. And once I seen that she was okay sitting down, she was on her phone with 911. I let the pit bull go. Now, mind you, I'm holding him down with my hands. So I had him in such a way where he couldn't turn his head and clamp down on me or bite me in any kind of way. So I held him down, and then I let him go, and I shooed him away. And guess where the dog was from? Next door. So after letting him go and making sure she was okay, on the phone with 911, I went to the neighbors and started banging on their door to say, hey, your dogs are here attacking people. And the person who came out the door is the person that I've saw or seen on occasion just opening their door and just letting the dog out to go to the bathroom without no leash or anything. So, and I have noticed this because I would go outside and sit on my front porch and stuff, and all I would see is a dog just roaming around, going to the bathroom. Or I would, at one time I heard her say, go outside and go to the bathroom and come right back. Like the dog can understand her. So I tell her what happened, and she sees my daughter. Of course, she's sitting down, bawling her eyes out, and she's in a bunch of pain, a lot of pain. And the paramedics got there pretty fast. They got there like in 5 minutes or so. And then the police came. They took a report and everything. So, and as a result of that attack, we're over here now, and I'm over here waiting for her to possibly get the pins, because they had to put pins on her thumb, I guess. Excuse me. To because it didn't take the whole thumb, didn't take the whole tip of the thumb off. It only took it off like at the very tip, what they call the distal end. And what happened is the pins, I guess they're using the pins to stabilize it and to help it heal and be put back in place, so keep the bones aligned. So looks like I'm gonna try and get this to 20 minutes. If my phone looks like it's, we turn the car on, turn up the air, no sound, because I don't even know, like, if you're on video, does the I don't know if you get a copyright strike or not with the music playing in the background, even on the live. Because, you know, if you have music playing in the background on the regular